Have you ever noticed that if you shop at the farmer's market, the stuff doesn't come chopped up in little cubes for you already? It doesn't come in microwavable trays. Chef secret number 3 is learning how to use a chef's knife. The #1 tool in your kitchen, and using this correctly can change your life. And people that stop being afraid of it always thank me. They say, oh, I love chopping stuff up now. Because previously, they had a chopper dicer device. And my next door neighbor has every chopper dicer device known to mankind on QVC, probably all night long, just dialing like crazy. So I'm gonna have a race with her chopper dicer device and my onion. Well, first of all, we have an onion, so we gotta cut the onion in half to at least fit it in the chopper dicer device and get the skin off. She goes over to the cabinet up here, gets the chopper dicer device, puts it down on the cabinet, has to plug it in. Then you got the bowl. Bowl never quite fits right, so you got to play with the bowl a little bit. Finally, the bowl clicks down. Then you got the blade. Blade's got to go in there. Blade doesn't quite fit right all the time. And finally, the blade clicks in. Then you got the onion. Put the onion in the chopper dicer device. You got the lid. You put the lid on. Chop the onion out. Turn the onion out. Then you got the bowl. You got to rinse out the bowl over here. You got to take the blade. Blade comes out. This goes in the sink over here. The chopper dicer device. You got to unplug. Take the chopper dicer device. This goes in the cabinet up there. Oh my goodness! Get a chef's knife. No moving parts. Easily wipes clean. This is the #1 tool in your kitchen. If you're like my mom has a serrated steak knife that she got with a tank of gas in 1972 when they gave stuff when you got a tank of gas. Well, this serrated steak knife cuts vegetables, cleans fish, takes tags off new clothing, tightens the light switch screw. It's a general household hardware device. If you're like my mom, please get a chef's knife. So I've developed this way to cut an onion. It occurs in so many dishes. Cutting an onion is such an important skill, and knife skills is my #3 chef secret. Problem with an onion, it's a roly-poly product. Particularly dangerous to try and cut something while it's rolling around the cutting board. Onion has a root end, grows down into the dirt, has a blossom end, grows up to the sky. The root end is our friend. The root end holds the onion together. So to avoid this roly-poly product thing, first thing I'm going to do is make a cut from root end to blossom end and give myself a nice flat surface to work off. I had a woman in one of my classes, she cut the onion and she goes, "What now?" I said, "You're kind of missing the point of a flat surface to work off." So now that we have a flat surface, we'll take the blossom end off, peel the onion, and what I want to do, in essence, is make a checkerboard in here. I'm going to make 1, 2, maybe 3 horizontal cuts, 1, 2, 3, 4 or so vertical cuts. Then I'm going to use my tip fulcrum method to dice the onion. It falls apart in consistent pieces. One of my first problems here is that my knuckles hit the cutting board. So cutting board to the edge of the table, knife to onion to the edge of the cutting board, so my knuckles fall below the surface of the board. From heel to tip, first cut, but not all the way back to the root. So I have this nice horizontal cut in the onion, and the onion stays together. Second horizontal cut, but not all the way back to the root, and I've got these 2 horizontal cuts. The onion stays together. Using the tip of the knife, 1, 2, 3, all right, we'll call it 4. Now I've got this checkerboard fashion in here, and the onion stays together. So if you take this down to the Outback, tell them to soak it in water overnight, beer batter it, deep fry it, a 5,000 calorie appetizer is yours. That's basically how they do it. So now with that checkerboard fashion cut in the onion, tip fulcrum method, and I've got an onion that falls apart in consistent pieces in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 knife strokes or so. I can go home 45 minutes early. These are the ruminations in my head at that time. You don't need chopper dicer devices, nor do you need a set of 24 knives. You need basically 4 knives in your kitchen. You see these sets of knives that come with like 12 steak knives? Anyone ever cook 12 steaks? You know, they just really oversell these things. Nor does a good knife cut a shoe. Or a can. But an insulting one here.